How's it going, everyone? Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Nicole Menner. The vacant offensive coordinator position at Southern Miss may just be filled soon. Head football coach Jay Hobson has reportedly interviewed former Baylor coach Art Briles. Briles hasn't coached at the collegiate level since he was fired back in May of 2016 after allegations of misconduct in the athletic department, including violence against women. The NCAA is still investigating the Baylor athletic department, and the school has settled 5 Title IX lawsuits. During his coaching tenure at both Houston and Baylor, Briles went 99-65, winning 3 conference titles. He's currently a head coach for a team in the Italian Federation of American Football. Well, after turning in a pair of career-high scoring performances, Reggie Perry has secured the SEC Freshman of the Week award for Mississippi State. It's the first award for Perry, who poured in a career-high 21 points against Ole Miss to average 19.5 points and 9 boards per game last week. Perry canned the go-ahead triple with 3.5 to play to break the tie against the Rebels, giving his squad the lead for good. For the season, the freshman out of Georgia averaging 8 points and 6 boards per game.
They have him for 7. He had 6 at halftime. I swear he had more than 1 in the second half. I think he probably had about 10. So, we'll check that. But, yeah, it's just his focus, his size, his strength, his hands. He has really, really good hands. Some of the best gloves I've ever seen on a player. And that's saying something. So if anything's in his area, he's going to snatch it. And, I thought he was just fantastic.
After informing the New Orleans Pelicans that he would not sign a contract extension last week, trade steam beginning to heat up in the Anthony Davis saga. After a lackluster offer, the Lakers have sweetened their pitch to the Pels. L.A. now offering Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, and Kyle Kuzma, as well as draft picks and salary cap relief in a potential deal. The teams have until Thursday at 3 o'clock to make a decision. The Pelicans also learned of an extended list of teams that Davis would be willing to sign with long-term upon a trade, including just 4 teams: the Lakers, Clippers, Knicks, and Bucks. Tom Brady and the New England Patriots captured their 6th Super Bowl title last night with a 13-3 victory over the LA Rams. Far off from the explosive offenses we saw throughout the league this season, and ultimately far off from the score prediction that most of us expected. But at the end of the day, none of that matters to the champs.
In the biggest moments when we had to play our best football and compete the hardest, they did it. Again, I can't say enough about them, the coaching staff.
Yeah, we grinded it out. It was tough. They made every play tough tonight. I give them a lot of credit. Coach Phillips, all those players, they played really well on defense. Fortunately, our defense really played the best game they have all season.
They were able to make some plays here and there, and you see why they're a great football team. But, at the end of the day, you can always learn, Jim. And, certainly this is going to be a very humbling, tough one that you do learn from. But you got to demonstrate that mental toughness you talk about, and that's all I know how to do.
Well, some have called this year's Super Bowl a bit of a snoozer, and it turns out that the ratings actually support that. Super Bowl 53 drew the lowest ratings in nearly a decade. And get this, in New Orleans, the Super Bowl earned just a 26.1 rating, the lowest of any market and the lowest ever in NOLA. Safe to say, Saints fans are still stinging from the NFC Championship game, which of course is why they boycotted it and threw that rally yesterday. They had a music party in the streets. I'm sure, as we saw, a lot of them didn't watch the Super Bowl. They didn't miss much.
You would expect that to happen.
And I think they must be a little bit more bitter now, seeing that the Rams
didn't do
anything. Breeze and Brady would have been such a good Super Bowl.
It would have been a good Super Bowl. By the way, speaking of LA, so the Lakers are giving up an arm and a leg for an eyebrow.
Nice. That's what you were writing down over there. That was a good one.